EMTs working for American Medical Response Ambulance Company got a call in Seattle that seemed incredibly strange. The King 5 investigators have obtained a copy of the logs from that pickup, with dispatchers telling the crew to put a mask on the patient's door and knock, then go back to the ambulance. The patient will get into the back of the ambulance alone. No need to make any contact. King County Public Health confirms they asked for that transport and that, yes, the person was suspected of having coronavirus.
The risk is low, and the guidance, we're following the national guidance on where these people can be safely housed.
Dr. Jeff Duchin is the Chief Health Officer of King County. He says most people don't realize it, but for decades, they've transported people to motels when they need to be in isolation but have nowhere else to go. The county vets the facilities, making sure there's just one entrance, no lobby or elevators, and appropriate ventilation. And he insists it's perfectly safe.
Some people would say, wow, a motel, there's other people, families coming and going. It doesn't sound that secure.
Well, it depends on the risk. I mean, these aren't airborne diseases, so as long as you're staying away from close contact with other people, the risk is minimal to nothing.
Public health experts say they don't use hospitals for most isolation cases because the patients aren't sick, and hospitals need every one of their beds for people who are. And dedicated quarantine locations near North Bend and in Shoreline, those are for people who aren't showing symptoms but have returned from the Hubei province in China. They say a motel is far better than the alternative. People with symptoms and nowhere to go could be walking around on the streets, taking metro buses, or hanging out in shopping malls. At least at a motel, health providers know where they are, check on them every day, and bring them whatever they need.
The fact that we have these locations is a great service to others in the community because it allows us to make sure that these people will stay away from others until they're no longer at risk of spreading something.
Now, we do not know what motels have been used, but we did find out today that this is a practice across the country. I checked with Snohomish County, I checked with Pierce County. They say, yeah, we've been doing this for decades, and we know that this is a protocol all across the United States. Typically, though, in the past, it's been for cases of things like TB, measles, hepatitis A, but now, of course, they're adding coronavirus to the list.
And how many people for coronavirus are we talking about that might have been taken to motels?
Okay, that's just in King County, not in the other, not in Snohomish, not in Pierce. They haven't used motels for coronavirus, but they have tested 17 people for coronavirus in King County. None have come back positive, so everybody's come back negative. There are no pending cases, so that tells me that right now, no one's in a motel. Whoever was transported this weekend must, I guess, have been released. So. And of those 17, they estimated that about 6 have been taken to a motel because it was the safest thing they could think of.
Right. Again, the alternative, as he said, was having them walk around with the rest of us.
Exactly.
Thanks, Susanna.
But it's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.